Hey man. So look, this is how you deal with like certain different addictions, and some are worse than the others. You know what I'm saying? You got gambling, you got drugs, you got alcohol, and this is how you cope with these things and pretty much dismiss these things in a sense. Because I hate even seeing people like down bad on drugs or what I mean, they need this fix or they need what I mean. And it's crazy because people just look at these people anyway, right? They just look at them and look past them. But it's like, oh, they're a junkie, they're homeless, or they can't get their life straight, because it's deeper than the eye could see of why they're on like that drug or why they're doing certain things, and let's start off with gambling. Start off kind of light. So with gambling, it's more like people have the addiction of wanting to get satisfaction of what they dream of in their head that they're gonna win. Even on like the prizes, they can trick their mind, even when enhanced by drugs or enhanced by certain thoughts. It's like they trick their mind into thinking that they can lazily make this or accumulate this based off of their luck. And the more they feel lucky, the more they're going to keep doing it, or they'll feel like, oh, I put all this money in for a reason. Maybe just this last ticket, and you could lose all your money doing this. You could lose all your money gambling, and it's a hard addiction to come over. Seriously, it is. And man, it's like, because even my mom, she had addiction with gambling. She always felt like today's the day I'm gonna just hit this scratch offs and this and that. She used to literally have a box, and it was literally like full of tickets that were losses. Some days she would just go through that box, scramble through that box, and see if there was something that she just missed. And she would get all these dollar scratch offs, $2 scratch offs, and literally it's like a box of 500 to 600 in there. Like seriously, she always felt like her luck was gonna be off gambling. You know what I mean? And yeah, and it's all about saving your money. It's all about knowing when to stop, saving your money, or not even doing it in the first place, and just disciplining yourself by just working behind it. Just work, because most of the time it's rigged. Everything's rigged to where you know there's a lot of losses out there, but it's only a few wins, and you just feel like you're just so lucky because you're doing so bad in a situation that everything will turn over with just that one scratch off or just that one slot machine gamble. So it's like it's really like a mind game, well, mind tricks, and what I mean, it just depends on the person. Most of the time in like lower communities is where people like to gamble. Lower communities is where people actually gamble and don't gamble at all. They gamble their last. So when they get their last again, they gamble that. Cause guess what? They feel like they're about to be lucky. You know what I mean? And just because they give their last to some company, they feel like they're just gonna get something back. No, it has plenty of losses out there. You know what I mean? So and yeah, I just hate to see people going through that situation of gambling because it's addictive for anybody. It could be addictive to a rich person too. You know what I'm saying? But some people even don't know how to gamble. Like some people literally gamble small, and it really minimizes their chances of doing anything. But some people gamble big and win big. You know what I mean? It's different types of gambling. So you can even gamble like it's snowing like a mug. Nah, but now look, you can even gamble on making decisions in life, right? And by the decisions you make in life with that gambling, shows if you're going to gamble big or small. So it's like starting a starting an Instagram and you really want it to pop. So it's like, and you cook, you do, you know what I'm saying? You post a number of food on there, and you're gambling, you're gambling pretty much, you know, if you're gonna hit big or not. So it's like, oh, dang, did I say it wrong? So pretty much like you're gambling to see your chances if you'll be big on Instagram or not by things that you post, and you're taking that gamble, you're taking that big bet, that big gamble. So it depends on your dedication behind that. You know, if you're really gonna win big on this, and you know, these are certain ways that people gamble in life when they make sacrifices for the better or the worse. So um, it's like a huge way to gamble in life, and you know, once you buy these tools that you need, you know, you're gambling by your dedication from there. Okay, so it's pretty much like with gambling, it's like about saving your money. You know what I'm saying? Being responsible. You know what I mean? That's why you have to be of a certain age to actually gamble, because it's a certain amount of responsibility. A kid will gamble at all. If they win about 10 bands sometimes or any time, and he like 16, he finna gamble all his parents' money, everybody else's money. He finna be panhandling and everything else. You know what I mean? So everybody can't handle gambling though. It's hard. So with drugs, man, you know, many places I go, I see like drug addicts, um, and you know, that addiction, it's all coping. It's all off your coping skills, how your parents cope, how your other family copes, and how you're going to cope. So you can even make it into that, just drugs in general, because once you make it into that, like pretty much just drugs in general, it's like, man, just go cold turkey. Just hit the turkey, man. Just smack the turkey, man. For real though, like go cold turkey. Just do it. You know what I mean? Cause it's hard when you only learn a few ways to cope in life, and you know you see other people coping off certain things that make them feel happy, that enhance their senses, and you know they get a certain delight out of it. You know, and it's not true happiness, man. Because you know people go homeless over drugs. People lose everything from drugs. I seen it all. Like I seen it all, man. There was times I went broke for weed. Like I spent my last what 100, 200 for a zip for, you know what I'm saying, like literally weed. So it's like, man, it's times that, you know what I mean, I even seen like glimpses of poverty, or you know just brokenness in a sense from drugs, like, and you know sometimes like even me me selling drugs back in the day, it was like I would see people hit their last, or hey, I only got this much, man. This is all I got. This and that, man. Just bless me. Just throw me some extra. Just no, I mean this and that. So it's like I would see people strip down sometimes for, you know what I mean. Literally, hey man, I ain't got it. I have to get you back next time. We'll just have to work something out to it. And you know, people don't know how they sound when they hit that desperate stage, and it's like that over it. It's like the addiction took over, you know, and that's why I had to quit, man. I didn't like seeing that. I ain't like taking people's last. I ain't like that wasn't me. It really wasn't me. No, drug dealing and all this stuff, man. It was, bro. I ain't like that. I ain't like that. Cause even like my mom, my grandma, they had drug problems. You know what I mean? Literally. So even just seeing them so bad, it is like I just know people that went broke over it, or you know what I mean, dealt with tribulations and stuff over it. You know what I mean? Big sacrifices for it. You know what I mean? Like it's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. You know what I mean? I hate seeing it, even with like alcohol. I mostly see like a lot of homeless people that, you know what I mean, are just down bad off alcohol and they're still on the street drinking. You know, some of the worst cases I've seen of alcohol was people literally dying because their liver's so bad and she can't even walk straight and this and that. And, you know, they still kept drinking, man. I even had close friends, very, very, very close friends that went down behind like alcohol, man. Like it literally got them incarcerated, had them doing things they wouldn't usually do, breaking in stores for alcohol. And, bro, I had some good friends really go. And you know, once they're even incarcerated, it's like that should be a second chance for everybody. Anybody incarcerated after doing drugs, literally, you get your slap on the wrist because guess what? You can go in there and get sober, right? You will be sober in there. So it's not impossible. It's not. Everybody who did drugs or did alcohol, this and that, and they're just down bad off it or in the streets, they've been to jail. So they have an option of going back to that drug, going back to that addiction. Because once you even sober up and you're in there about a week, 2 weeks, you have the chance of just stopping altogether. Just like, you know what? When I get out, let me stop. Everybody has an option. You know what I mean? It's all on you and who you encourage to really stop. You know what I mean? Because guess what? Some people need help. They need the encouragement behind, you know, them quitting. The encouragement behind them just, you know, not doing this no more. So it's like, um, really, man. And you know, if you ever see anybody just down bad off drugs or, you know, this and that, you know what I mean? Even like panhandlers, them be the worst. them be them be the worst, cause it's like you could get them a 20, a 50, 100, and just be like, hey man, get off the streets, man. Here, 200. Get off the streets, man. Here. Well, they'll go straight to that store, get the cheapest hotel, and they'll get a keg. You know what I mean? I seen the worst, man. Some of them have no heart when it comes to it, man. Like, look, some of them have no remorse. Like, oh, okay, I'll get off the streets, this and that. Boy, I go straight to that store, get that keg, get that little cheap hotel, $50 a night. Wait, boy, that boy finna go to the moon, boy. That boy finna go to the moon, man. So you gotta really, you know, see how deep their addiction is, and you know, this is coping skills on life, because you could be going through so much and just, you know, run the drugs and alcohol. You can be going through so much and just go to it. You can even be a good person going to it. I've seen people fall into addiction, like good life, good everything, to being down bad and this and that. And whenever you fall into these things and you start making the wrong sacrifices for wrong things, or wrong alcohol, drugs, or whatever, it's like people lose trust in you. You putting a label on yourself. You know, people cut you off. You know what I mean? Because he's that type of person and he won't change. And, you know what I mean? Nobody has faith in you no more because you don't have faith in yourself. You know what I mean? So it's certain people that are addicted to certain things that have to really just know. Like, you know, people don't mess with you because you're doing this. Stop. You know what I mean? Stop. And you know, it's all over the place though. It's all over the US. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. It don't even matter, everywhere. You know what I mean? All habits can stop, bro. Especially if it's like optional, promoted. Say if you in the state where weed's promoted, you have a big option there, because where weed's promoted and is legal there, it's it's around. You know what I mean? So you have a big option, and you have a high poverty level whenever it comes to these type of places. You know, it's not just dandy just because it's weed there and this and that. Bro, stick with your standards. No, screw what they doing if they in the dispensary. You know what I'm saying? Leave that alone. You know what I mean? Like, bro, it's not for you right now, man. No, you gotta listen to your conscience. Listen to God, bro. You know what I mean? God wants you to stop. He gonna tell you, like, man, don't pick it up. Whatever it is, don't pick it up. Don't do it. Just stay home. Sober up, man. You know what I mean? Seriously, man. And it's like, it's a lot of people, it's a lot of good people that go behind it. It's a lot of people that, rappers that pretty much overdose. I even had like people I went to school with. I don't even want to say no names, man. I don't even want to say no names. But it's like they OD'd. 17, 16. OD'd. It's crazy, man. And no, it just has to all come to a halting screech, man. Like, it has to literally stop, man. Bro, it has to stop. Like, I know some people make a living off selling these things. It's cool. It's cool. You know what I mean? Sell it to people that, I'm gonna say it like this. Whenever I was doing it, I didn't pick people who didn't have consistent income. If they didn't have consistent income, I didn't have consistent income. I would serve to the higher class, who can actually manage these things and manage your money and not go overboard. You know what I mean? By saying that, it's like, bro, it's different ways of doing it. Because there's some people that don't have it. And you see they don't have it. And you just, you strip them down. You strip them down for what change they got. You know what I mean? So, and it literally strips their life. You know what I mean? Straight up. You know what I mean? These addictions that are hard to fight. Like, seriously. Me coming from a background with, most drug addicts, like, I seen it. I witnessed it. You know what I mean? Me living on the streets before, I seen it all. You know what I mean? I seen it all, bro. So, these really have to, man, some gotta change, though. You know what I mean? But you gotta, only the person can change, or you can convince the person to change. You know what I mean? You can't turn the hoe into a housewife, but you can really stop a person from doing drugs if you lead them on a better path. You know what I mean? Talk sense into them, because God's talking to them, but they can't hear him because it's consuming their mind. So somebody has to reach out to somebody. Somebody has to do somebody some good. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, but stay up though.